morning. It's your KCHW morning show right here. It is Friday. What is it? April 17th today. We are here with my lovely co-host, Miss Paula Randall, and Mr. Dylan. And I am Chuck Ritchie.
I was going to say that lovely needs to be applied to Dylan, too.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen this
man? The loveliest of the Dylans.
There we go. Thank you.
Okay. Let's not stretch it out there too much.
He's like, no, stop, but keep going.
Stop.
No, please, stop. Don't. Good morning, guys. How you doing?
Good morning.
Good.
Outstanding. So we have a very special guest coming up in the second half of the hour, joining us, I believe, from the East Coast. If I remember correctly from the emails, he's actually on tour right now, going to be joining us from the tour bus. So,
oh, how fun.
Mr. Kyle Lacey. Yeah, very, very, very excited. I can have him on the show. Wonderful musician.
Keeping that sort of rockabilly thing going, right?
Yeah, he's got a great vibe. He's going to be a lot of fun to have on.
Fun music.
And, see what they're up to. So stick around with us. That's going to come up with the second half of the show. In the meantime, we got lots of stuff to talk about. Namely, what the heck's going on with the weather out here? It is.
It's snowing. It's freezing. It's 70 degrees. It's just kind of everything. It's a mosh posh. It's a bingo roller thing, just continuing to roll and dropping out different bits of weather for each hour.
Right. I got to get on that app where you can bet on anything and bet on the weather. I'd probably lose though because you can't predict this stuff. I came out of the grocery store the other day. It was kind of drizzling, when we had that snow, and came out of the grocery store and it wasn't just a mix of rain and snow. It was like snowballs coming out of the sky.
Yeah.
They were like half-inch, three-quarter-inch slush balls that were just splatting everywhere. It was wild.
I think there was probably an inch that was dropped just a couple days ago out at our place within 15 minutes, 20 minutes. It was just, crazy.
And then 15 minutes
came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But and then the ice the next morning on the cars yesterday morning was insane. There was probably a quarter-inch of ice on my windshield. It was nuts.
Crazy.
Made it really hard driving to work with all that ice on the windshield.
Better get your firewood in for the summer then.
Right? Man, we had already switched our
firewood in for the
summer. We'd already switched our split units to air conditioning because we'd already had to have the air conditioners.
Days. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we had to go and switch them all back to heat. So.
Yeah, and then it's so funny because even though some of the mornings have been super, super cold, some of the mornings I wake up and the sun is shining in the house and I'm like, turn off the heater. It's too hot, and it's like, our poor house is like, what do you want? I'm trying so hard. What do you want? What more can I give you?
The worst part is, so we've got these split units and they're the multiple units, with the single base and the multiple heads around the house. You have to go and turn them all in sync with each other because you can't have one that's heating and one that's cooling. So we spent way too long trying to figure out why in the heck isn't the heater coming? It was when we turned the air conditioner on. We had to figure out why isn't the air conditioner coming on? It's broken. We were like ready to call the installer and say, hey, this thing's not working.
Oh my gosh.
Then we realized you have to turn them all on the same settings all at once. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, speaking of weather, right?
Paula, take us through the weather.
We are going to go through it. And I just want to say it's so funny because the weather on the weather app that we use has one type of temperature, and then the one on my Apple phone has a different. It's usually up to 5 degrees different on my phone. And then the NOAA Center out of Spokane that's outside of Airway Heights, they will have a different weather. So I'm just saying it's going to be a little bit of everything, but we're going to start with today. As Chuck said, today is Friday, April 17th. And today we are going to have a high of 57 degrees, sunny to partially cloudy. Winds are going to be light and variable, and we're going to cool down to 33 this evening, with again winds light and variable. Going on to Saturday, looks like it's going to be a nice weekend with a high of 63, a low of 38, mostly sunny skies. Sunday the 19th, we have a high of 73, a low of 45, partially cloudy skies, no chance of rain. Monday, we have a high of 78.
That's nuts.
Nice.
That's
in April.
That's getting to the too hot territory.
Yeah,
especially
definitely.
In April.
So Monday, a high of 78, a low of 49, partially cloudy skies. Again, no chance of rain. Tuesday, the 21st, another warm day, pushing that 78 mark with a low of 49. Wednesday, the 22nd, we have a high of 56, a low of 43 with light rain. Looks like that rain is going to be happening during the afternoon and the evening. It'll become more intermittent overnight. Winds are light and variable. Looking ahead at the week following, temperatures are in the highs, going from the 60s to 71, 72, it looks like is the highest. And nothing even close to approaching freezing. But I said that last week, and we had snow this week. So
Make up your mind.
Right? It looks like a lot of people are being affected by the seasonal allergies. A couple of people have been experiencing it. I know I'm certainly starting to feel it. It looks like the pollen count right now is still fairly low, but we'll keep an eye on that for you guys as well. Right now, it's mostly tree pollen that you're suffering from. All of those beautiful fruit trees starting to bloom.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And the fruit trees are blooming, man. You drive around. I was in Spokane yesterday,
so
and they're
pretty.
just all the different colors blooming on all the trees everywhere, and the flowers popping up. It was gorgeous.
Spokane in the spring is beautiful.
It really
just
is.
Gorgeous. So yeah, yay.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful.
There's our weather.
All right. Yeah, it's kind of all over the place. Make up your mind.
Yeah.
Although, yeah, I have arguments with my kids about the perfect temperature. I think that perfect temperature is like right at 70 degrees, a few puffy clouds in the sky. My kids are like, no, that's too hot. It's too hot. We like it in the 50s. I'm like, no, that's like, you can't really, I mean, you can go outside in the 50s, but it's not like t-shirt weather quite yet. It's
50s is not t-shirt weather yet.
Although I do like hoodie weather.
Yeah. Well, because we have such awesome hoodies.
But I failed to celebrate Laundry Day the other day, so I'm all out of clean hoodies, or else I would have worn one today. But
see, now we know.
But you know,
the secrets are out.
Right
at the Ritchie house.
So on our Tula Valley Lions Club calendar today, we have 0 names.
What?
No names at all. So if it's your birthday or your anniversary, happy day to you.
Right?
Yeah.
Happy day. Are we going to sing the birthday song anyway?
Let's do it. So,
Okay.
so this is for you. Yes,
you unnamed
right there.
radio listener. This is for you if it's your birthday today.
All right.
All right. Ready?
Ready.
Okay. Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday. Happy
birthday.
Yay.
Yay! And I do think that
I was late, but I did it.
Right? That was awesome. Way to go.
I'm becoming a product of my environment here.
Yes. Well, just so you
patient.
know that we emulate Muppets here, so.
Is there a box full of Muppets in here somewhere?
Yeah, you're looking at him.
All right, shout out to Bus
see.
13. Gosh, I'm going to miss you guys when you go and you're not in school anymore. Okay, so Friday you have for breakfast, you have fresh baked muffin varieties with fruit or juice, chef's choice, or you can have a variety of cereal with a cheese stick or yogurt, fruit or juice, and milk is offered daily. And today you have pizza. It's always pizza. Pizza Friday with salad, fruit and veggies, and milk is offered daily.
Ooh.
Right? And I can only read one of the pizza things on Friday, but I look down and it looks like it all says the same thing. So even though I can't read it, I know it's pizza.
Yeah, but bless your heart, whoever designed these.
Right? This is very
was
colorful
really
and
hard to read.
beautiful. And I actually love these better than the electronic version they had that they changed to for a little while. But I love these more. They're just somebody's working on it and put all the care to put all these flowers in.
They really did.
And make it so cheerful.
But just a hint, in Canva, there's a setting for opacity.
Yes.
And you can lower that down so you can read the font over the top of the graphics.
Right, or with your font, you can actually set it up so that it stands out. You can put a colored box behind it, or you can lift the text. There's options.
Yeah,
Call us.
yeah.
We will help you. We are here to serve you.
We'll help solve your Canva woes. All right. Speaking of the schools, there's something I would like to do here really quick. Speaking of Bus 13, once the school season is over and they're no longer busy riding the bus, I think I'd like to get the driver of Bus 13 on the show.
That would be awesome.
I think that would be fantastic.
Call the bus barn.
So if you're listening out there, Mr.
Yeah.
Bus Driver, I don't even know your name, but appreciate everything you do for the kids.
Yes.
Mr. or Mrs. Ma'am,
Yeah.
late Miss Bus Driver. I don't know.
Bus
I
driver
don't know
person.
who it is. But if you're out there, reach out to us. You can give us a call at 509-935-6627 or email station manager at kchw.org. We're officially inviting you on the morning show. And I want everybody on the bus right now to give you a huge, on the count of 3, give your bus driver a huge round of applause because bus drivers
They're
are
awesome.
amazing.
1,
2,
2,
3.
3.
Yeah.
All
All
right.
right. I hope that made your morning just a little bit better.
Right?
You probably can't hear me yet because the kids hopefully are still going.
Exactly.
I don't know.
All right, so fun stuff?
Fun stuff.
Fun stuff.
Fun
Okay.
stuff. What do we got? What do we got?
All right, so of course we have the Chamber of Commerce meeting happening right now. You can still get to it for the last 20 minutes or so. That's from 7 to 8 a.m. every Friday at Mistaqua Cafe inside the casino. Also, pickleball. It's still winter pickleball. Are they playing over at the golf course now?
No.
They're
They'll
still
be
at Jenkins
they're-
High School.
They're going to be moving. Well, not in
Not
this weather,
Jenkins
especially
High School. Oh my gosh, they're still in
at the old middle school.
The middle school.
So
All right.
the next week, the plan is to move up to the courts. They've been working on the courts, getting them ready.
Right.
They got a couple grants, a couple small grants to improve both the middle school gym and the court up there at the golf course. So
Nice. All right.
they've been working on that and getting it ready to go.
So if they're at the middle school, remember it's for adults only. That goes from 8:30 to 11:30 in the morning on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
And Sundays.
Yep. And Sunday they have
Sunday's
a
a different
different pickleball, winter and pickleball thing happening on Sundays at 2 to 4:30 p.m. We also have today the World Trails Film Festival happening over at the Center for the Arts. That's going on from 5 to 8 p.m. That's super, super cool. It's presented by the Chewelah Valley Land Trust. Couldn't say that. It starts at 6 p.m. The doors open at 5 p.m. Tickets are $20. So if you want to go and look at a film festival, it's an international celebration of storytelling inspired by trails, nature, and the human journey. Looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I know it always sells out, so make sure to go check that out tonight.
Nice.
$20 tickets at the door, or you can get them online. Looking at the weekend, we have the citywide cleanup. Yay!
Yes, that's going to be a big one. We want to see everyone out here
Yeah.
cleaning up.
This is a great community building event. This is something that you can do to get to know your neighbors and your fellow Chewelah citizens. 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. downtown Chewelah. Join us for the 2026 Chewelah Citywide Cleanup. Recycling containers will be available at North 2nd East for residents to drop off their recyclables, including car batteries, scrap metal, appliances without Freon, furniture, paint, and unmounted tires. If you want to volunteer and help, we'd love to have you come help. Head along to Napa at 8 a.m. and enjoy some free, delicious barbecue afterwards.
Nice.
So very, very cool.
You know, I've got a couple chairs that were from the yard sale a few years ago. Didn't sell. They were sitting in the lobby of the Aaron Huff Cultural Center for a couple of years. They're very uncomfortable. Nobody likes them, and now they're in here, and they might end up
In that yard, in
they
that
might-
citywide cleanup.
They might end up in that citywide because I can't get rid of those things.
Right? One of the things that's really, really cool is we are utilizing our new application, our new software for the citywide cleanup. So if you go to the city website, which is cityofchewelah.org, and you click on their new calendar events, this will bring you up to a place where you can actually register that you're going to help with citywide cleanup.
Yeah.
So
nice.
definitely, if you are interested in going and checking that out, please go to the website and sign up as a volunteer.
And not to co-opt an event or anything, but you know there's this alleyway that's right behind Sporty's and the general store that really
Oh
needs
my goodness.
that really needs a lot of attention. So
Chuck,
what?
don't listen to him.
That's what I'm
He
gonna be
can
working
clean
on.
up his own alleyway.
It's not my alley.
Oh my goodness. All right. We're going to be across the street from all the recycling trucks because they're at Napa. All right. An evening of poetry over at the theater is on Saturday night. That is at 7 to 8:30 p.m. And this is presented by the Chewelah Arts Guild. Again, an amazing, just last year I was one of the poets and it just is magical. And the lights are down, all the tables have candles on them, people are relaxing, and there's something about an evening of poetry that is just magic. It's just,
Yeah, well,
you
yeah.
know, it's making
Yeah.
people slow down and kind of listen, and there's just something that happens. It was a beautiful event. So that's happening Saturday from 7 to 8:30. It's over at the Chewelah Center for the Arts. Tickets are $15, and the event starts at $7. Wine and beer and other
7 o'clock.
refreshments.
7
right?
o'clock.
What did I say?
You said $7.
Oh, I did say $7. I'm
That's
sorry.
okay.
Wine and beer and other refreshments are available for purchase, and raffle tickets for a special gift basket can also be purchased. Books by local poets will be on sale, and since last year's event was so well received, they're doing it again.
Do it again. Hopefully they do it again next year.
I hope so. It's so cool. We're going to speed ahead so we can give
Yeah,
Dylan
yeah.
time for the Northern Light Spotlight. So some fun stuff that's coming up here. the Haha Da Vinci workshop. This is going to be so cool. That is on Thursday, the 23rd from 6 to 7 p.m. It's a free event over at the Aaron Huff Memorial Building. And you guys have heard us talking about the Haha Da Vinci show that's going on Friday. So this is like the precursor to get you all set up for the show.
Yeah.
The workshop is 50 minutes in duration. It's interactive. She can only have 12 people, so it's not a lot of space. So if you want to participate, make sure you go and sign up. They have, the age limit is 6+. Let's see, I'm scrolling through here. Is there anything else? So you can go for more information. You can email Fina Pipa, PHINAPIPIA @gmail.com. And you can ask her for more information about that. You can take a look at the flyer. You can go to the Huff Building and look at it on our new reader board. But that is on Thursday, April 23rd.
And then the show the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the show at the Center for the Arts, the Haha Da Vinci show, is going on. That is going to be 90 minutes long. Tickets are $15, and the show starts at 7 p.m. How can you go wrong? It's tuba, magic, mayhem. It's going to be a blast.
Like we said the other day, tubas are magic, right?
Right? It's just so cool.
Especially you get that Oompa Loompa music. Oompa Oompa? Not Oompa Loompa. Those were the characters from that book.
Yeah,
Chocolate Factory. So yeah, and you can also swing by Chula.events online to go check out more information about this or other things that we may have missed here today. And then I want to point out something here. The next day on Saturday, from 10 a.m. to 12 at 4206 Fantasy Court in Loon Lake, there is it invites you to please join Homes for Our Troops as we landscape Sergeant Elliott's future specifically adapted home in Loon Lake, Washington. Again, that's Saturday the 25th. You can check out the Chula.events calendar for more information and how to sign up. Now, Josh is a wonderful man. I know him.
Yeah, he does a lot of work. You set up on 49 Degrees.
Yeah. So he's a ski instructor. He's right. He's a dual amputee. You know,
right.
He's lost both of his legs, but he's still up there teaching kids how to ski and working up on the ski hill. And he does a fantastic job. And he's a very inspirational human being. So
this is an opportunity to really volunteer and do something that is going to be awesome for Joshua, right?
Yeah.
But this is what community is all about: getting together and helping somebody out. So
absolutely,
very, very cool. And that is on Saturday the 25th.
Yep.
Also on Saturday morning, we have the drive-through vaccination clinic for cats and dogs. That is from 9:30 a.m. to 1 p.m., sponsored by the Colville Valley Animal Sanctuary. And a special Earth Day fair is going on also on Saturday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at St. Paul's Lutheran Church. So you can spend the day celebrating all that belongs to clean air, clean water, renewable energy, and the protection of our health and the countless species that share this planet. There's going to be Pet Lovers Day with Becky's Best Buddies. There's a furry 5K at 9 a.m. Becky will be joined by the Stevens County Animal Outreach, which is offering dog and cat vaccinations from 10 to 2. There's going to be reptile handling and pony petting. There's going to be a free breakfast, and there's going to be lunch. It's just going to be awesome. And then live music featuring Infusion. So,
well, there's Infusion with the Bergmans, Oli, Lynn, and also Fungi Lion, a reggae artist, is going to be playing as well. Yeah. Yeah.
That's going to be fun.
And he's also our guest tomorrow morning on the KCHW Morning Show.
Oh, good.
So, yeah.
Tomorrow morning?
Next week. Sorry. Next Thursday. Wow.
My brain was... We have a guest on Saturdays
I'm
now?
about 6 days off in my brain, I guess.
I know. I hear you, right?
Right?
All right. So super exciting stuff coming up on the week of the 27th as well. That's when Shakespeare auditions. We're here. It's time. Oh, my gosh. I'm so excited. All right. So I know. We'll calm down. Right? Focus, Paula.
Take a breath. Breathe in.
Okay. Ready?
Ready?
All right. Shakespeare auditions start on the 27th of April. They will be happening on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. So Monday, Shakespeare auditions are happening from 5:30 to 7:30 over at the Center for the Arts. Wednesday, if you can't come during the afternoon, but you can during the day, Wednesday is from 11 to 1. Friday is 5:30 to 7:30, and Saturday I'm having auditions as well, and those will be from 12 until 2. You don't need to have anything prepared. Come over. I've got lines waiting for you. You don't need to have any previous acting experience. Again, I got you covered. Just show up, come over with a lot of enthusiasm and interest. I am looking for people anywhere from the age of 7 all the way to 100 if you can move around on a set on a grassy field.
What if I was 6.5?
Well, if you're an exceptional 6.5-year-old, I'll consider it.
What if I'm 6 now, but I'll be 7 by the time of the performance?
There you go. That's more than 6.5. See,
Sorry.
I'll take that. All right. So really looking forward. Can you tell us when the auditions for Chihuahua's Got Talent are happening?
Yeah. So Chihuahua's Got Talent. The auditions are May 6th, or May 9th, rather. May 9th and May 16th. We've got sign-up forms all over the place. You can scan that QR code on any of the posters around town. We've got posters up from Loon Lake to Kettle Falls. They're all in all the schools. If you're listening in the school, which you should probably be paying attention in school, unless you're still on the bus, I guess.
Right.
But yeah, so we've got those auditions the 9th and the 16th. The main show is the 30th. We'll be having an audition the week before the main show, sort of depending on everybody's schedule. We'll schedule that as it comes. But yeah, we're looking for folks to show us what you got. You know, we've got a lot of talented individuals here around the area. We want to see what you have, especially if you have something unique. Mm-hmm. You know, we've all got that thing that we do in the mirror that we're like, oh, this is really cool. I can do this, but I'm embarrassed.
We don't want to see everything that you do in the mirror.
No. But the cool stuff, the cool stuff that's appropriate for an audience, Paula.
We got to watch him, Dylan.
Wow. Talent stuff.
Oh my gosh. All right. Also happening on the 2nd of May is the Kimikomi art class.
Yes.
That is happening over at the Aaron Huff Memorial Center, and that looks amazing. Learn the art of traditional Japanese kimikomi. May 2nd from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Aaron Huff Cultural Building. I understand that this class is actually sold out, but I hear that they're going to be offering more, so I'm super excited.
Very cool. Very cool.
I want to take a class someday. All right. Is that all the highlights for the stuff immediately coming up?
I think so, because we need to get into the Northern Light Spotlight.
I agree. All right, Dylan. Handing it off to you.
All right.
All right, you ready, Dylan?
Well, let's see if I am. Northern Light Spotlight. Let's pull this up. Yeah, so we are looking at... Got the car show here at Mistaqua Casino Hotel. Car show is 2555 Smith Road, Chihuahua, Washington. That is Saturday, August 1st. Set out a little while, so get your cars ready. I'm not sure if it's cars and bikes, but it looks like just car show.
Yeah, because they have the bike one coming up later as well.
Yeah, they do that separately, right? Yeah.
Hey, Dylan, I know I always get on everybody to get closer to the
Hello.
mic. I need you to get about an inch away from the mic.
Okay, there we go.
Thank you for listening, though.
All right. Craig's got the acoustic jam that he's been working on to find another place to go to. It says third Thursday acoustic jam at Sosa was a huge success. Thanks to everyone who made it and to the Brats for helping me host. Our next planned acoustic jam will be fired up in Colville on the 21st, 5:30 to 7:30. But he had some flyers out that had the wrong dates on there, and if you see some of those flyers, he said to help take those down. And they were doing their jam last night at the coffee shop there, Flowery Trail.
Yeah, the
So
old
I think
Flowery Trail. It's
or the old,
Sosa now, I believe is what it was.
What is it?
Sosa. Yes.
Sosa, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the new name for the Flowery Trail coffee shop is now Sosa.
Ooh.
Third Thursday acoustic jam at Sosa was a huge success. Let me spit that out. Thanks to everyone who made it, and to the Brats for helping me host. Our next, it says next planned is at Fired Up Brewing in Colville on the 21st, 5:30 to 7:30. Thanks, Carl Ollinger, for being a huge supporter of live local music. These third Thursday acoustic jams are sponsored by the Vincent Fund.
Very cool. Yeah, the Vincent Fund sponsors a lot of great events around town. So they're a nonprofit organization in Colville that's sort of decided through the city, and they put in a lot of money towards local events and artistic endeavors. So yeah.
And this is an all ages jam that they're promoting. So he's got another note here. Please do us a favor. We are on the hunt for places to host our third Thursday acoustic jam. So please reach out if you have any all ages businesses that would like us to come play music at. Next acoustic jam is Thursday the 16th. Yeah, okay, that's already over there. Okay. Some of these postings are a little out of date here.
You know, so if you do go to the Northern Light Spotlight, there's a little section where it says upcoming events, and you can click on that, and it puts everything in sequential order according to the date. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to do that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Terrell Cripps.
So just while you're looking for that, tomorrow night, Steve Starkey, he's going to be live at the Brothers Bar.
Yeah, what was that?
Yeah, so that is in. No, is Brothers Bar? I've never been there. Sorry, guys, but is that in Springdale or Valley? I think it's in Springdale. Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
thank you. That's what I thought. I just didn't want to say it without.
They have a lot of great entertainers come in there. They're usually ticketed shows, so nice stage, great sound system in there.
Nice.
Plenty of room inside and outside in the beer garden. So hopefully this summer they'll get some beer garden shows going too.
Oh yeah.
Terrell Cripps, who's going to come to Yep Kenham Celebration July 17th through the 19th? Start making your plans now. This is going to be epic. Entertainment, it looks epic. This is another Vincent Fund event here. Stage 1 Friday. Infusion's going to be there. Danny Bacon, The Real McCoys, Sonic Groove, Jason Perry Band. Saturday, Jukebox Review, Murphy's Legacy, Midnight Run, Sammy Eubanks, Vaughn Jensen Experience. So just a lot of great, it looks like Saturday, Stage 2, Two Stones, One Bird, Betancourt Taekwondo, Jake Rosier, and Mystical Phoenix, Stevens County Stompers, too.
Nice.
That we had at the Bavarian. So that was, that adds a lot of extra talent to the show. And they're nice so much fun so much fun. They were giving us lessons actually at the Bavarian last fall. So that was great.
That's a heck of a lineup.
It is. This looks like a great show. Sponsored by Toyota.
And what are the dates of that?
July 17th through the 19th.
Nice.
So, yeah, that's right in the middle of summer. There should be some good weather for that. There is a posting here for Kyle Lacey, as everybody knows now. We'll have him on here in just a few. Out of New York. There's a posting here, Cedric Woods, April 22nd, Wednesday at 6 p.m., Celebrate Recovery. Springdale Community Church. There'll be a barbecue, grilled hamburgers, hot dogs, potato salad, chips, and iced tea, coffee. Opening prayer, dinner, worship music, lesson study, testimonies. It's an open share, just to support, everybody who's doing well with their recoveries.
Yeah.
And it looks like it could be any kind of recovery, and those kind of things are great. Support each other in their new journey. Mike Love.
Yeah.
Hitting the road this spring. It says Mike Love, April, let's see, it was posted on the 15th. He's going to be in Austin, Texas on 4/17. So 4/18, Torrance, California. 19th, Tempe, San Diego, California. The 23rd, Venice, Ventura, San Jose, Sacramento. This guy's getting out there.
Now, if you're wondering why we're talking, if you're not familiar with the name, if you're wondering why we're talking about a guy that's touring all over the place, he's a Chihuahua resident.
Not cool.
A local guy that's really, he's
making a mark.
He's a newer resident, but it's incredible that we have, to showcase the sort of talent we have in our area. The guy is a world-renowned reggae singer. A couple years ago, he was on tour with my favorite reggae artist, Mr. Stephen Marley.
Nice.
The guy's got an incredible career that he's working on, and it's just really neat to see him take off.
Yeah,
Very
that's
cool.
the way, get out and get to some of these other cities and get into that demographic of listeners.
Yeah.
Just broaden your, horizons there. Let's see, there's Marvin O'Hearn's Stephen County music scene. Was a post that I put up, Veterans Music Program raffle. It says, let's see, 16th. That was yeah,
Yep, that was
yesterday.
That's the way. I
But
like
it's
it.
good to see the veterans doing their thing there. Zach Pass and I, we have a show coming up at Chameleon on May 8th. And Danny, our new bass player, who's just ripping it up.
Nice.
And
Thank you for that heart.
yeah, May 8th, we will be at the Chameleon. I've got tickets available. Zach's got tickets. I believe Danny's got some too. So we're going to be working on that. Denver Rhiannon's still out there. I'd like to mention all of our close friends in helping us with the podcast and all these other things that we do.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, Denver's going to be playing at a coffee shop out there at Northwest, out in the valley. But just keep an eye on those postings. And we obviously, every time I read these off, I just encourage everybody to go ahead and post their events on the Spotlight, and we'll read them off. And it doesn't have to be local. It doesn't have to be music. It can be other, forms of art and entertainment.
Absolutely. So there's a few things coming up here that I want to highlight too. April 24th. That's coming up right around the corner next week is the First Fair, which is a down the rabbit hole theme, Alice in Wonderland themed First Fair. I believe that again is happening over in Springdale. That's at 4110 Cemetery Road in Springdale, and they call it First Fair appropriately because that is the first fair of the year.
Ooh,
First Fair
nice.
Music Festival. They've got a bunch of great stuff happening. Let's see here. They've got vendors, music, artists. Yeah, it's always a fun event. So
And that's on
Fire
the 25th?
dancers, from what
Yeah.
I've heard.
What's that?
Is that on the 25th?
the 24th.
24th,
The
Friday.
24th.
Yeah, we'll be
Yep.
out there as well. Zach Pass and
Well, it's actually 24th, 25th, and 26th. So it's a 3-day event.
yeah.
It's a big one.
Fun.
All right. And then, of course, we didn't mention Saturday, May 2nd, right here at the KCHW Northern Lights Theater. It's reggae night.
It's
with
reggae
That's
night.
right,
With
yeah.
those reggae artists we were just talking
How
about.
could we forget that?
Absolutely. And we're working on maybe getting a special guest to join us.
Oh,
we can't
fun.
say anything, but might be really cool.
There's planning in the works.
There's
Wah.
hijinks planned. No, not hijinks. It would be a good thing.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. Let's see here. Then we've got, of course, Cinco de Mayo Festival at Smokesmith's Barbecue. Then May 9th, our sister creative district over in Newport is having the Newport Renaissance Fair.
That's right.
Yeah. So that's going to be a fun one. That starts at 10 a.m. May 9th in Newport. Let me open it up here and see what we have. Of course, my computer's going slow. So that's at 101 West 1st Street in Newport. And that is a Saturday, May 9th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., the Newport Renaissance Fair. And if you're not a Ren Fair person, they're a ton of fun. And to me, a Ren Fair, see if you agree, what is the Ren Fair all about, Paula?
Pickles.
Pickles, exactly. The giant pickle barrel.
This is why we're siblings, Chuck.
Right?
Right?
Exactly.
I still haven't heard back from the pickle guy. I'm so hoping the pickle guy calls me. Pickle guy, call me. I want pickles at Shakespeare this summer.
Well, then May 22nd through May 25th is the Burning Cow Barter Fest, which is a huge event that happens every year. Yeah, it's a big one. That again is happening over in. Where is that? I'm looking. That's at the Tombstone Ranch, and I do believe that's. I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time finding an address for it. So
Should be on the poster somewhere.
you would think, but I do believe that's it. There we go. 4318 Tombstone Way in Springdale, Washington.
Burning Cow.
Burning Cow Barter Fest. There's going to be live music, 80 plus local vendors, a big bonfire every night, legendary drum circles, family friendly workshops. There's a 4-day camping pass available, the concert pass, the day pass, Military and veterans get 50% off. Ages 12 and under are free. You can visit the Northern Light Spotlight to find out more about that. We'll reach out to them and see if we can get them on the calendar too.
That would be fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, do we have anything else, Dylan?
I was just, going through my own page here, and there's just, Jacob Van Now is still out doing things.
Oh, yeah.
We got that first fair, and they put up little vendor spotlights, which I kind of like the way they're marketing this, because they actually spotlight each person that's going to be, or each act that's going to be there.
Right.
So, yeah.
Hey, really quick, Dylan, we got Kyle on the Zoom call. Hey, Kyle, we're going to go ahead and we're finishing up the first half of the show. We're going to take a quick break, and I'll get you on during the break, and we'll get you sound checked and everything, and then we'll bring you on for the second half of the show.
Okay, sounds great. Good to be here, guys.
All right, yeah, man.
Yay.
Looking forward to it.
All right.
So we're going to finish up the Northern Light Spotlight here real quick, and then we're going to take our break and come right back with our amazing special guest, Mr. Kyle Lacey. So looking forward to that.
Okay.
Right?
Oh, I got to mention, I just found this.
Okay.
Mel Dalton, our guest from last week.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
she's going to be playing at the Social, August 6th. Looks like Thursday, August 6th at 4:30. So be sure and get out to the Social. They've been really doing the best they can to get, some good entertainment in there. And it's just a nice, clean little place. They got great food in there. Stop in at the Social. It's out on Trent.
Very cool.
Nice. Is that it? I think that's it.
I think that's it.
All righty. Well, we're going to go ahead. We're going to take our break. We're going to listen to some news. Thank our sponsors. If you are watching us on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, you're going to hear our little conversation we're about to have with Kyle. Mm-hmm. But you get a little behind-the-scenes peek at the morning show. So stick around. Come right back for the KCHW Morning Show with our special guest, Kyle Lacey, right after this. That was the wrong song.
I don't see.
All right, stick around, everybody.
Fade.
Don't go anywhere.
Nice fade. That was seamless. Nobody noticed.
All right, Kyle, do I got you?
Yes, I'm here.
All right,
Sorry,
cool.
I am packing up our van. We had to get out of the Airbnb faster than expected. So.
Oh no.
But I'm here and ready for the interview.
Very cool. Is there any way you're coming in really quiet? Is there any way to get a little more volume out of you?
Probably if I talk close to the mic like this, it'll be better.
There you go. Perfect. So
sorry, I'm just putting a few things in the van.
No worries, man.
But I'll be ready in like a couple minutes.
You've got about another 6-7 mines too before the actual show comes back on.
Great. Yes, I also left my DOP kit at the gig last night, and we're like 2 hours away from it now. So I don't have my hair products. So I'm going to look a little crazy on this interview, but that's all right.
As a traveling musician, how are you going to live without your hair products?
I don't know, man. It's seriously the only thing that keeps me sane.
Wow. All right. Well, I'll go ahead and give you those few minutes, and we're going to get back to the news here, and we'll be right back with you, man.
Well, we got the rest of the band here that might join as well, so that'll be kind of fun.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. So perfect. Cool.
All right, cool, guys.
Cool,
well,
thanks,
we're
man.
really looking forward to it. Thank you so much for having us today.
Oh, thanks for coming on, man. I appreciate it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Our
so
pleasure.
We'll be right back with you. We got about 7 minutes here.
Okay, sounds good.
Cool, man.
The New York Times notes the ceasefire went into effect at around 5 p.m. Eastern, according to President Trump, who announced the deal. He also said he would invite the leaders of Israel and Lebanon to the White House for peace talks. The Times notes it's still too early to know if the truce will hold. The Lebanese government does not control Hezbollah, and Israel and Hezbollah continued to trade strikes earlier on Thursday. Meantime, folks in Minnesota unhappy with a final congressional vote on mining interests near the boundary waters insist their fight is not over. That's after the Senate overturned protections for areas along the most visited public wilderness in the U.S.
Thursday's narrow vote sent the resolution to President Donald Trump, who supports it. The Boundary Waters Canoe Area is considered a national treasure for its pristine landscape, but the region has attracted renewed industrial interest for mineral extraction. Minnesota Democrat Tina Smith led opposition in the Senate and suggests environmental groups have strong standing to challenge the outcome by filing a lawsuit.
The Senate and the House should follow the laws that they wrote about how public land orders are treated in this country, and I do not believe that that happened here.
Environmental voices in Minnesota also stress that state regulators will have a say on a proposed copper-nickel mine connected to the federal ban, which was enacted in 2023. Republicans supportive of that project say it would provide jobs while helping America gain access to critical minerals for products like medical devices. I'm Mike Moen.
Next up, an education advocacy group is hoping that the Pennsylvania Senate will approve Governor Josh Shapiro's proposed budget for 2026 and 2027.
The Pennsylvania State Education Association says the recent passage of House Bill 2400 is a hopeful sign for schools. It contains nearly $700 million to help close long-standing funding gaps among districts. PSEA's President Aaron Chafin says the bipartisan measure would help the state meet its constitutional obligations. He notes this marks the third year of increased funding for Pennsylvania schools.
So in this third year, we're seeing $565 million increase in just adequacy and tax equity payments. We've got another $50 million that's increase that's going into our basic education funding formula, another $50 million that's going to be going through the special education funding formula.
The measure could face a tougher review in the Republican-led state Senate. Danielle Smith reporting.
This is Public News Service. Rural communities in Illinois and across the nation are attracting more diverse populations. Maternal care experts say this is adding yet another layer to an already complex set of barriers hindering access to care.
Research shows the lack of birthing hospitals, provider shortages, and long travel distances that plague these areas can lead to delayed prenatal care and higher rates of poor health outcomes for moms and their babies. Karen Tabdina, professor at the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign, says rural communities are also increasingly becoming destinations for immigrant populations.
Demographics in rural areas are changing. We have families who are speaking conjugal, the Mayan language, or Spanish, or French. Imagine having limited access to healthcare based on geographic barriers, and then you also do not engage with the language of the clinic.
More than a third of counties in Illinois are considered maternity care deserts, with less than 2% of OBGYNs practicing in rural areas. I'm Judith Ruiz-Branch reporting.
And April is Fraud Protection Month. Police in Michigan are warning of a fast-growing scam targeting seniors.
Law enforcement authorities say cryptocurrency kiosks and ATMs are becoming a major tool for scammers. According to AARP, these con artists are costing Michiganders millions of dollars. Sterling Heights Police Captain Colleen Hopper exposes the popular tactic they use to persuade victims to send them money.
They'll befriend somebody via Facebook, and then the scammer will end up talking the person into sending them cryptocurrency, depositing cash and getting the crypto wallet to them so they can fly to come see them, demanding more and more money.
Because many of the criminals are overseas, they're hard to trace. Seniors are urged to slow down, verify, and never send money under pressure. Crystal Blair reporting.
The group American Rivers has named the Rogue River in southern Oregon as one of America's most endangered, citing threats from logging, mining, and road building.
The two federal agencies tasked with managing public lands, the Forest Service and the Bureau of Land Management, are both planning to increase road construction and logging in Western Oregon. Michael Dotson with the Klamath-Siskiyou Wildland Center says protecting the Rogue and its surrounding wildlife is a bipartisan issue.
Fishing, hunting, hiking, boating, these are not just environmentalists doing these things. These are activities that Oregonians love and would hope that a lot of folks speak up against what looks to us like a push towards resource extraction at a maximum level.
Adopted in 2001, the roadless rule safeguards nearly 60 million acres of national forest land, including 2 million in Oregon. I'm Isabel Charlet.
This is Mike Clifford for Public News Service, member and listener supported. Find our trust indicators at publicnewsservice.org.
Welcome to 2026 Talks, where we're following our democracy in historic times.
I forgot to push stop on that. What is wrong with me today? I'm having a hard time with this technology stuff. I meant to stop it. Come on, stop it now.
Where's the wax stick? Where's the wax stick?
Now you need to hit me with a stick. Good morning. Welcome back to the KCHW Morning Show. I, of course, am Chuck Ritchie with my lovely co-hosts, Miss Paula Randall and Mr. Dylan Ashbaugh. We are back again. It is still April 17th, and we are joined here with our very special guest for the second half of the show, Mr. Kyle Lacey and the band Driving Down the Road. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for having us. We're so excited to be a part of this. This is Kyle, Amanda, and we got Manny and Joe in the back. So we're all really excited to be a part of this. So thank you guys for having us. Sorry, my phone just quit for some reason. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, well, we can still hear you.
Yeah,
so
we're back. Okay, there we go.
There you go. You're back. So tell us who all is.
Good. Awesome. Now we know if the script goes off, we're still on.
I think this is our very first interview we've ever done with somebody driving down the road.
Right.
So thank you for that. Appreciate it.
Well, I mean, I was really blown away to be just randomly reached out to by you guys, and it was such a special moment for me because, you know, usually as an artist you're sending press requests and all kinds of please, and just got this note from Craig that was like, hey, I love your music, can we get you on the air? And I was like, yeah, of course. So that was cool. That's
awesome. Well, you know, we feel the same. That same on this end. It was very special that you said yes. So yeah, we really appreciate you going on. So why don't you tell us a little bit, just sort of give us an overview of your music and what you're doing and where you're from.
Well, originally I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. I moved up to New York in 2013, and actually I met Joe shortly thereafter. Because I started working in musical theater. I was really passionate about that, something I went to school for, and I was doing a lot of productions of the Buddy Holly story at that time, and my friend Joe back here was also working in that world, and so it was really cool to meet somebody who was in that world but was also passionate about sort of playing original music and doing, work in that field well. And so I started a band, and I tried to be a part of it, playing a lot of rock, the directions to Dora. Yes. I just realized that may have been the way back. Okay.
Oops, we made you miss your turn. Another KCHW first.
We just drove over the highway, and I think we may have been supposed to be on it. So it'd be great to have directions. But anyway, we played a lot of rockabilly, influences and songs that we really loved. And I started writing a lot in that style. And I wrote a lot of songs that it took a really long time to get them to the place where I felt like they were ready to be released. And then I did release them with a previous band that I played with, and then during COVID that band kind of dissolved. So in the ensuing years, I did a lot of different projects. I did a couple solo projects, but this has always been something that's been on the back burner for me. And so, with this latest album, The Record Hop, I got this band back together. With Joe and also with Manny playing bass and Amanda singing, lead on a lot of the songs. And we got this band together about 3 years ago and made the record. And now we're finally doing the Record Hop tour. So it's been kind of a decade's worth of labor of love, but we're glad to be all together and doing it finally.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So to get the band back together, did you have to get in an old car and go on a tour around the country and gather everybody up? No.
I mean, kind of. We really have to carve out space for it. When I was in my 20s, you can just sort of pack up and do anything at any time. And now that I'm a little bit older, you kind of really have to make space for it, because otherwise, people live in different cities and.
So what's fun about this tour, because Kyle and I, we play music in New York where we live, and we gig all over the city.
I'm good. This is
and
I know I'm supposed to be on this island.
Right. We gig all over the city, and we have a band in New York that we work with regularly. And Manny on bass, he's a part of that. And Joe, as previously mentioned, so Joe's on drums, and Joe was in the band in New York for all that time, but then in the past few years had moved to Tennessee. So when this tour kind of came about, and we've done this route a few times now, through, going from New York into the Virginias, Carolinas, and Tennessee. We're like, well, obviously we got to get Joe back. So we fly Joe up north, pick him up, and then essentially drive him back down home. So
he loves that, by the way. He loves the 12-hour fly days.
Oh, I could imagine. Who doesn't?
Part of the gig.
So yeah, it really is getting the band back together from where everyone is now for this iteration of the band that we bring through this Southern tour. So we get our Southern drummer.
Yes, we do.
Nice.
Nice.
What part of Tennessee is he from?
Joe, you live in Memphis.
Yeah, I currently live in Memphis. The funny thing is about Kyle and I, we both grew up in Atlanta, but we both grew up on very opposite sides of the city, so we didn't know who we were.
Yeah. Oh, I think you guys froze on us for a second.
Oh no.
Hello. Oh, I think we might have lost you. Maybe they're driving through a dead area. I don't know if you guys can hear us, but you're frozen up, and we've lost you completely.
But you all look fabulous.
You do.
Right, if you're going to be frozen, at least be frozen looking fabulous.
Well, tell you what we're going to do while they're frozen, and hopefully they'll come back to us.
Right.
We've got some of their music here queued up and ready to play.
Okay.
So let's hear a song.
Okay.
This first one we're going to play is Love Spectator.
Ooh, I love the name.
Yeah, it's a great name. It looks like that we've lost them entirely. So we're going to go ahead and play a song from them. Hopefully we'll get them back while the song is playing.
All right.
In the meantime, Love Spectator from Kyle Lacey.
I'm just your love spectator. When I watch you cry, not in it for the now or the later. With all of these years gone by, think of the smiles. I think I'm on trial without a crime. I'm always your love spectator. And I just watched you say goodbye. Straight up or on the rocks, it don't matter with me. I went down to the docks before you went to sea. A little touch, a little kiss, but it was just for play. You swam the deep blue sea for 40 nights and 40 days. I'm just your love spectator. When I watch you cry, not in it for the now or the later. With all of these years gone by, think of the smile. descended from the trees. I listen carefully for your inner life. My mistake was waiting just a little too close to the fire. I'm just your love spectator. When I watch you cry, not in it for the now or the later. With all of these years gone by, think of the smiles. I think I'm on trial without a crime. I'm always your love spectator, 'cause I just watch you say
Woo!
Wow.
That was incredible, man.
How cool.
Oh,
What a
thank you
great
guys
way
so
to
much.
start
That's
a
Amanda
song.
on vocals.
Yeah,
Thank you for listening and sharing.
you have a beautiful voice. Wow.
Right?
I appreciate that.
Yeah, well, welcome back, guys. We lost you a little bit, so we just went ahead and went right into one of your songs.
The phone overheated, so now we're pulled off and
Oh, no.
we're gonna be safe now.
Yeah, who books these things? I need an agent. Who does this routing?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's-
iPhone is returned to normal temperature now.
That's
Oh,
good.
good.
You know what? These things happen. We're public radio. It's okay.
Well, just looking at all the shows you've got lined up here, this is incredible. Just
Thanks.
really well done website here. But yeah, you guys are.
Thank you. I feel like in my with this album, it's like, okay, this is our third studio album. It's time to get a web designer. But I'm glad you guys like what we've got going on out there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's great. And you know, I have to say I love the style, man. Like it's very much when Craig first booked you and sent me your name, I looked you up and I was like, wow, this is a guy that knows what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Thanks. I'm glad we're having a really good time playing together, and the album really reflects something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. So that means a lot.
Nice.
Oh,
nice.
it's nice. And that riff, that vocal riff, you've just going in my head. I'm going to be doing that all day.
Oh, it's beautiful. So really quick. So I know you grew up in Atlanta, and you went to the DeKalb Art School, or am I saying that correctly? No, I've heard of that. What years were you in school there?
2005 until 2009.
Nice. Right on. So
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead. Quite a while. I mean, not that long ago, but kind of a long time ago.
Yeah.
No, I'm finding multiple DeKalb schools in Atlanta, and there's one that's an elementary school, and then there's one I believe that's a university.
I didn't know there was a university. But
okay, so
the DeKalb School of the Arts was a performing arts, and I think it still exists. It's a performing arts high school that is a magnet audition program. So you go there, you audition to get in, and then if you get in, you can go there for 5 grades, 8 to 12.
Oh, okay, that's why I was confused. Okay, sorry about that. There is no university. I was testing you to see if you got it right.
That was high school. Yeah, that was high school. I went to college in Oklahoma City at OCU for musical theater. As did we all went to college for some variety of music. Amanda also went for musical theater. Joe went for percussion, and he went for jazz, right? Yeah. So
right,
we
the
all
bass
went to
player,
school.
yeah.
So the label that you've created also, we understand it takes just an immense amount of effort to do that and to be independent. How long have you guys had that going?
Well, actually, so after the pandemic, Amanda had the idea for the label. I mean, I was doing a lot of production, but remember my friend Warren Malone came to me and he was like, Kyle, I love your sound. I want you to produce my next album. And I think it was you. I think you said, well, you should just make a record label. You know, you've been wanting to do that all your life, so why don't you just do it? And I was like, it sounds insane.
Well, it makes complete sense because Kyle has an incredible ear, and I mean that in numerous ways. Obviously, number one, he's an excellent songwriter. You know, lyrically to the composition, it's just so intentional and masterful, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And
thanks, babe.
Right, I'm not biased at all. But he also, a little known fact is that Kyle also has synesthesia, which means that he hears color. So, you know, he really has a unique perspective in crafting a song and listening to a song and making adjustments here and there. And really, it's visual and auditory, and, you know, it collects all the senses. And then for people who don't experience synesthesia, you know, you reap all the rewards of that process that's kind of going on inside of his brain. And so he now, years later, since that conversation, he produces a number of artists that appear on the label. And, you know, it really is just wonderful to see that work happen in the studio where, you know, an artist comes in who doesn't necessarily have that musical language, who just has, like, you know, a tune in their head and's got the lyrics out and is like, okay, this is what I think it is. And I don't necessarily know how to turn that into a fully produced song. And so, you know, just the back and forth of that process is really something to behold. And so the label was an unexpected turn, but it's been so wonderful to watch grow. And
it really has grown in the past year. We've released 2 vinyl records, singles by I think 3 different artists.
Mm-hmm.
We've got
we have 7 artists now in
7
total
artists.
And we also, as a label, and it's sort of, you know, you go on this journey as an artist and these things just kind of pop up. For example, you all reaching out to do this radio interview, which was such a wonderful, you know, message to receive in the inbox. And similarly, last year, this entity, the 34th Street Partnership, which is an organization in New York City that brings, you know, they'll do movie nights in Bryant Park and different community-centered events, and they wanted to bring music to public squares in New York. And so their program, Music Midtown, reached out to Kyle, reached out to his label so that he could produce the artists that would appear, you know, at Plaza 33 and Bryant Park and Herald Square, and Greeley Square. And so, you know, that the label really has grown in that front, and using that as a showcase for all the artists. It's just been such a wonderful time.
This year we're going to have 10 different shows in public squares in New York in the summertime, and we're also going to be performing in Bryant Park for our own set, and on Staten Island for a festival on September 19th. So we have a lot of really cool opportunities coming our way, and that's really, you know, it's a blessing. So
that's great.
Oh, it sounds amazing. Very cool. Well, congratulations.
That's fantastic. So I got to ask
you.
So when you were growing up as a kid with synesthesia, did you have difficulty when someone would ask you a question, you'd be like, "Oh, that's orange," or did you have troubles explaining that to people until you realized what it was?
I had many difficulties as a child, but you know, it was actually the motivating factor in me learning how to play guitar. Because I was a drummer. I grew up playing drums from the age of 6 years old. I love playing drums. I still play drums, although I don't do it really for money. I just do it for fun. And if, like Amanda says, I'm producing someone, and maybe I'll play drums on my own stuff. But when I was taking music lessons, I didn't really know that anybody felt that music in the way that I did. But when I got into middle school, I had a band, and there was a guitar player in the band who was just awful. Like I don't mean this in a mean way, but he just didn't really...
Don't show this to him.
The truth is the truth.
Right, yeah.
But that's middle school. Everyone's awful. It's not, you know, it wasn't his fault. He was just 11. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but I remember being at the drums and like thinking like, no, it's this, it's obviously this. Why would you think it's that? And just hearing like exactly what it was supposed to be. And so it was about a year of that. And then I was like, I have to learn how to play the guitar. I have to.
I can't do this anymore.
Are you like, step away from the guitar? Just put it down.
Yeah.
Step away.
Yeah. My parents were so incredibly supportive. And I think we could all say that we have very, very lucky to come from parents who were supportive of our artistic endeavors in most every way. And my parents invested heavily in music lessons for me, from drums from the age of 6. And then I learned guitar from a really like a legend of the blues in Atlanta. His name is Jody Worrell, and he's still active and still teaching and still working in all different kinds of situations in Atlanta. And I learned guitar from him. And my dad sought him out because a family friend of ours was Tinsley Ellis, who is a blues guitar player, legendary blues guitar player. And I went to school with his son. And so my dad's first move was to talk to Tinsley about who he thought might be a good guitar teacher, and he found Jody that way. So it was a very, very family musical upbringing.
Well, this style of music, you got to have that semi-hollow body F-hole, hanging around your neck right there.
What did you call me?
Very well done.
Sorry.
But yeah, I had the opportunity to see Brian Setzer in Spokane, the Christmas show that he does, and there's just so many layers to all the music with the horns, the drums, and just how precise that is. And I hear that same sort of precision in your recordings. I think it's really great, man, that those influences have, carried over into your music and keeping that style of music, out there.
Thank you. Thank you so much. This was so this album that just came out, I made it live in a studio in Jackson, Tennessee with these two boys back here.
Nice.
Manny and Joe. And when we recorded the album, we had it in our heads that it was just going to be a one and done deal where we'd record a few songs in a day and release them as an EP. Yeah. And then the sound was so good with Joe and Manny, really bringing it, that instead of that, we booked another recording day and we recorded like 4 more songs. And then we ended up taking those stems, those sessions back to New York, and I wrote and arranged the horn parts in New York, and Amanda overdubbed all of her parts in New York. So we made it in one day, but then we added everything along.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Fun. Well, tell you what, speaking of your music, I can't wait to hear something else here. Get our audience something else. So we have 2 more songs left here before the end of the show. We have One Trick Pony or More Than That. What
do you recommend?
Let's kick it up. Let's kick it up with One Trick Pony.
Yeah, show them One Trick Pony. That's a song I wrote, a long time ago, and we played it last night at a swing dance in Fredericksburg, Virginia, and everybody had a wonderful time.
Oh,
so
fun.
I hope you guys enjoy it.
Right on. All right, here we go with One Trick Pony.
Well, she gets up late in the morning, but she's always right on time. Yeah, gentleman, she comes with a warning. After hours, she's mine, oh mine. Ain't a one-trick pony, but if you like what I do, I'll be a one-trick pony just as long as you need me to. She don't take no water in her whiskey. She don't take no soda in her scotch. But when I gave her Johnny Walker, she said, not too much. I ain't a one-trick pony, but if you like what I do, I'll be a one-trick pony just as long as you need me to. Up and take her dancing. My baby, she looked like a dream. Yeah, when I put on my fancy fancy pants. She said, no, 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 baby, you know I like you in the jeans. I ain't a one-trick pony, but if you like what I do, I'll be a one-trick pony just as long as you need me to. Well, she gets up late in the morning, but she's always right on time. Yeah, gentlemen, she comes with a warning. I'll sit her after hours, she's a mine on mine. I ain't a one-trick pony, but if you like what I do, I'll be a one-trick pony just as long as you need me to. I'll be a one-trick pony just as long as you need me to. Yeah, yeah.
Woo! Nice. I was getting into the song so much I had a hard time getting back to it. I was
gonna say, you guys need to leave the camera up. Chuck needs to leave the camera up because I'm over here like dancing in my seat. I'm like, yeah, that was cool.
Oh yeah,
man, you woke us up on that one.
The bass. I've been a bass player for a long time myself, and I got to hand it to you, Manny. Those are some just off the charts bass riff in there, man. They're keeping you busy, aren't they?
we haven't heard from Manny at all.
At all. You're back there. You're like the hidden band member back there.
It's the bass player's lifestyle. You know how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I fell in love with my husband. He's a bass player from watching him play bass, trying to be quiet there on the side of the stage. Too fun.
But we all know the bass players are the unsung heroes.
Truly, when I first asked Mick to be in the band, it was like the music just started moving. You know, like a lot of people come to the world of like rockabilly or whatever it is that this cocktail is, and they play it really old, sort of like traditional way of playing bass. You know, just like the regular dum doo 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 doo. You know, and there's nothing wrong with that. But Manny really brings something that's unheard of in this style of music.
Yeah.
And when we first played this music together, it was like, whoa. And so, you know, it really rose the level of the music up to what I thought was something really unique.
Well, I remember cool. I remember a while back, I wish I could find it again. I saw a video, sort of a compilation of songs where they had removed the bass lines from the songs.
No.
And it's the same as like if you ever seen that video from the Big Bang Theory where they removed the laugh track. It's just not funny anymore. And when you remove the bass lines from a song, it's like
hollow.
Oh, what is? Yeah. This isn't as good as I thought it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just sort of adds the heart to the music.
Defines all the changes very well, and I think a lot of people don't really understand how important being precise and accurate with the bass is, and how how hard that can be with the triplets in there to break it out of the old blues, feel. That's just.
What was that?
You heard the triplets?
Yeah, when you've got bass players in here, they're going to hear everything.
I love that.
I attempted to play bass for a while when I was in college, and I was in a Hawaiian Polynesian band with a group of Samoans actually.
Oh wow!
And I think I played 2 notes. We played like 2 barbecues and a backyard picnic, sort of thing. And I just basically went bong, bong. It was bad. It was bad. I quit.
Full bass potential, Chuck. You could have been great.
So I got to ask too. You label yourself as a rockabilly band, but I hear a lot of jazz influence in there, especially that first song.
Yeah, it's almost like a little bit too much of a niche to use the word rockabilly, because that brings to mind, I think, and I love rockabilly music, but it brings to mind just the Elvis sound, the sort of Gene Vincent sound. There's a lot of rockabilly bands over the years that have kind of defined the look of that, like Reverend Horton Heat and
huge fan.
Blasters. There's like bands out there that have defined it so well, but that is kind of a box, you know? And so I almost want to say like rhythm and soul, you know, honestly, because like that really describes more of the rest of my music, because a lot of the music that I write really necessarily isn't from the rockabilly tradition per se, but more from the, you know, pop and rhythm and blues tradition.
Yeah, something that's, it's, you know, as, you know, you show up to a gig and there'll be people who are already there and who are like, oh, you know, who's this band? What are they about to play? And they say, you know, what's your genre? What are you about to play for us? And we're like, well, you know, each one of us would probably say something different, because it's pretty hard to put into just, you know, 3 words or less, or, and something that we've all kind of had to learn and are still learning is that, like, you don't have to stay one thing, and you don't have to be this one thing that is already defined, and you just sort of have to let the music come out as it exists in your head, and then how it transforms, you know, to bring to the people. And so, you know, you'll hear, if you look at the past discography, for example, the previous record, Pleasure Craft, that one is more, how I would describe it, is more like an 80s pop jazz record that, you know, with funk and
well, I was listening to George Michael, Luther Vandross, the Pointer Sisters, and Cassiopeia. So I mean, that's it. Right?
And so, you know, it's again, you're right. It's not just that, like, you know, we're a rockabilly band. It's like, it's all Kyle will say, and I think he's about to say, and I'll let him say it himself, that the decades overlap. They grab
really
each other, and they're really.
Well, to me, I'll say this: all great pop music is 50s music, and what I mean by that is every era of pop music has its own reflection of 50s music. So, like the 50s, obviously, you had all of these great artists doing what was really for the first time, the sort of working class music rising to the top. And so, like Elvis and Carl, we're actually going to Jackson, Tennessee, to play at the Blue Suede Weekender next weekend, which is the celebration of the 70th anniversary of Carl Perkins' Blue Suede shoes in Jackson. And Carl Perkins is from Jackson, so it's a huge honor to be asked to play. And Carl Perkins wrote a lot of songs that inspired the Beatles. Yeah. And so and the Beatles wrote a lot of songs inspired by him, and also covered many of his songs and brought those songs to a new audience. So the 60s were really the 50s all over again, just with English groups singing the 50s songs in the first half. And then it turned into this whole blues thing with Jimi Hendrix and the Doors and all of these other people, but they're still playing blues forms.
Right.
And then you fast forward into the 70s, and Chuck Berry is making a resurgence. And you fast forward into the 70s, and Linda Ronstadt, one of her favorite artists is Buddy Holly, and she sings multiple different versions of Buddy Holly songs, including That'll Be the Day and It Doesn't Matter Anymore. And just and the style of, you know, you really look back at like someone like Buddy Holly, and he wrote like up-tempo, but he also wrote some of the greatest ballads that have ever been written, you know, True Love Ways, Every Day. And those songs are exactly what every single pop song from thereafter was modeled on. And so you get, and like my favorite artists growing up, my 2 absolute favorite artists when I was 5 years old, the Pointer Sisters and Randy Travis. And those 2 artists right there, they say everything you need to know about me, because Randy Travis and country is, rock and roll really comes from country and blues. And so you have the country side and the blues side, and the Pointer Sisters were so 50s. They were so soulful and so exciting to watch. And in their live shows, they covered Steam Heat from the Pajama Game. You know, so it's just all this big musical ecosystem. But in my mind, the pop song was kind of codified in the 50s, and since it's been making its way forward and backward.
Oh yeah, well,
the musical ecosystem of Kyle Lacey. I see a TED Talk in there somewhere.
Right? Ooh, I watch that.
Right?
Seriously. You know, I hear the term, just the word genre, to me, it feels sort of claustrophobic. You know, there's people say, oh, what genre of music does your radio station play? What's your favorite genre of music? I don't know. It's even hard. I have struggles programming music in here because our system goes by genre, and I'm trying to find a better system that goes by, you know, BPM or the mood, or there's a couple listener feedback software that I'd really like to get away from that, because it's so hard to box everything in, and sometimes you end up getting a sort of a jarring program when you go from genres, because so many genres just sort of meld together, and it's hard to. I don't know. I have a hard time putting it into words, but genres. I think as music sort of condenses down. I don't think genres are really as important as they used to be.
I think that's true, and I think that for what we're trying to do is we're trying to grow our base of listeners, and so anyone that we can reach, whether it's through like some of those Spotify playlists out there, are based really more on moods than on genres, and so if you can get into a playlist that sits you alongside people who you don't sound like, and those people start to listen to your music, then you'll actually have a lot more success with streaming. Because people might not be fans of your style of music, but they might not. They might
or
listen
they don't
to you.
think they are. It's like that's kind of our whole thing. Is we're always like, we're gonna go in and play what people didn't think they wanted tonight, and then they're going to be very happy for it.
Oh,
because
absolutely.
When we play cover gigs, or obviously we're pursuing original music, but we have cover gigs, and it's like, well, they think they want to hear this, and that, but that's only because that's what they know. That's what they're used to.
They don't know us yet.
But what they don't know is that if we take them in somewhere entirely different and then sprinkle in some originals, they'll be very happy. And we always
some covers.
Exactly. So we have a fun time. That live show really is everything.
Yeah. And Amanda is really good about encouraging me to always put the original music first and to not apologize to an audience by playing too many covers.
I agree.
That's right. I agree with that 100%.
You didn't use those words. I used those words.
No, that's it.
Because that's what I know I'm doing.
It's true.
I've been multiple, especially when I was younger. I'd go to places and I would get so frustrated by hearing amazing, incredibly talented bands knowing they have original music, and they would
just play covers.
They'd play for 3 hours straight and never play an original song. And I would ask them, like, why don't you guys play your original music? I've heard it. It's phenomenal. They're like, well, the club owner just wants us to play covers. And I'm like, well, you can have
find a
words,
different club.
Right? You can have a few words for that club owner.
Well, you said it. Amanda said it best to me a couple days ago, because she, we were talking about our album release party, and basically she said, in my interpretation of it is that you kind of need to like not be as good, at the job. You need to be focused on the art and letting that take the front seat, even if it means you maybe lose some, people who were there for the cover music, or maybe the owner is kind of more in it for that. But even all of the places that we play at come up to us afterwards and say, we love the originals. So really it's just, this whole thing is just in your mind. It's all in the mind. The mind plays tricks on you. It makes you think that people want to listen to music that's not yours or something like that. But you have to get past that. You have to take that risk and play the music.
I think a lot of it comes down to your talent and presentation too. I know that sometimes a problem with original music by artists that you don't know is that sometimes it's not as polished. It's not finished. The song is missing elements that, the cover tunes, they have that algorithm. They're cover tunes and they're hits for a reason. And I know sometimes listening to original music, you're like, oh, that's just not quite baked yet. It's just not quite ready yet. It's not quite, the sound is not fully there.
Yeah,
right?
they are.
Well, it's funny. You're so right. And we actually have had the opposite problem. And that's also something I was saying to Kyle, because the songs are so baked. They're so well rehearsed, and they, we've played them. What Kyle has done previously is like, we'll be at a gig and he'll just flawlessly put them into a set, and people don't even notice they're an original because they sound so good.
Yeah.
They sound like it's been a hit. Maybe it's an old hit that they just didn't know, but it sounds like
it's so polished.
A great song. And I'm like, Kyle, hold on. Pause. and tell them it's an original.
Right.
And it doesn't matter if the energy, drops for just a second, tell them your name and that this is an original song, because, that's kind of the thing of like, you can regress a tiny bit because he's been the amazing entertainer, the band leader who never stops the beat and keeps, the party going, and really the crowd is going crazy. And it's like, well, let's just pause for a second.
Yeah, well,
and then we'll take it there. Once everybody else knows your name, then we can continue that ride. But
we've never really had that problem. I mean, the first 20 gigs I played with you were all originals.
Yeah,
didn't even start doing cover gigs as a band until 2016 when we started doing Red Line. It was all purely original. It was
all
gigs.
originals up until then.
And we never had a problem getting people
But
out of their
I was going to
seats.
say,
it's a very loving partnership, and it's a very loving band. I mean, that's the best part, is that we all are family, and that's this iteration. That's, we have a larger family of musicians in New York that we play with, and it's all just, we have such a wonderful time together because we truly love each other, and that just reads through the music, through and through.
You're phenomenal talent. You're
Absolutely.
just really phenomenally talented, all of you. The sound that you're putting out, the arrangements that you've put together, Kyle, just amazing. I can imagine sitting for one of your concerts and that first jazz number, right, where you're singing. I'd be like, oh, I can just sit back and just let myself be surrounded and absorbed in the sound. And then that next one coming up where I just want to get out of my seat and start dancing in the back of the room. Oh, how fun. What a fun experience.
Absolutely. So Daniel says in our comments, it's a little word of advice. You can always botch the cover and then just slip right into an original.
Yeah, there you
That's
go.
a great idea.
I love it.
I messed with a cover or two last night.
Right on. Well, tell you what, guys, I know you got to get back on the road. We've only got a few minutes left here in the show, so we're going to wrap things up. We'll go ahead and play that last song as we head out, followed up by our outro music. But in the meantime, I want to ask you a quick favor. Can you can you give us a little something to play? Because I want to get some of your songs into our playlist here. I'll start with the three that I have from you. But can I get a little intro to one of your songs? Nothing song specific, but maybe just a quick little, like, hey, this is Kyle Lacey. You're listening to KCHW 102.7.
Say the station identification for me one more time.
I'll work with you on it. It's KCHW 102.7, Northern Lights Public Radio.
Hey, this is Kyle Lacey, and you're listening to KCHW 102.7, Northern Lights Public Radio.
Woo! First shot right out of the
time.
gate.
Nice.
You'd be surprised how few people get that right the first time.
My mother was a radio journalist for 30 years.
Oh, so it's in your blood.
You're going to take my job, man.
She was news radio, FM in Atlanta. She was on the radio every day for 20 years growing up.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
fun.
Well, tell you what, guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. Really appreciate you guys coming on today. Tell us where you're heading to now.
We are going to Charlotte, North Carolina to play at Smokey Joe's Cafe. Is it titled for the Coasters song? Only one way to find out. Come and see the show.
Nice. I love it.
Nice.
I love it. Well, yeah, thank you guys so much. You can stay tuned right here tonight on KCHW from 6 to 8 p.m. for the best classic rock and more with Old Man Mark live in the studio. 8 to 10 p.m. we are trapped in the psychedelic era with the Hermit. Then we're going to stick around with the Hermit from 10 to 11 for Days of Confusion. And again, I want to thank everyone out there for listening. Don't forget, stay tuned tomorrow morning from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. for our newest show, the Chihuahua Rocks Reggae, with our newest DJ Chris Rose. For some DJ hour. Don't forget, tickets are available right now for the May 2nd Reggae Night here at the KCHW Northern Lights Theater. And again, I want to thank you all for listening. Thank you guys for coming out and joining us for the show today.
Drive safe.
I really appreciate it.
We had such fun. You guys have a wonderful day, and thank you again for this opportunity. We really appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you guys. And now we're going to end the show with Kyle Lacey's band, More Than That. You guys ready? All right.
Ready.
Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
gonna take more than that to turn me around. It's gonna take more than that to bring me down. After what you did behind my back, now you said you love me, but it's gonna take more than that. Now you used to come and see me all the way uptown. I knew I wasn't rich, I still took you out. Tore out my heart when you didn't need my hand. But now you want me from time to time when you can't find your other man. But it's gonna take more than that to turn me around. It's gonna take more than that to bring me down. After what you did behind my back, now you said you love me, but it's gonna take more than that. Now I sit alone when the sun goes down. I don't mind too much not having you around. I might be okay with one other girl, but find me out by myself, I'll be thinking about you. But it's gonna take more than that to turn me around. It's gonna take more than that to bring me down. After what you did behind my back, now you said you love me, but it's gonna take more than that. After what you did, oh no, you can't take it back. Now you said you love me, but it's gonna take more than that.
KCHW Chewelah Community Radio.